Welcome back to yet another episode of Miss Mandi Throwdown. And this is, of course, the Kenyan Christmas Throwdown edition. Today, we're going to be making some mshkaki, and we're just going to elevate it to a whole new other level. I'm already like salivating because I just know the level I'm about to bring it. Anyway, while the intro plays, let me grab what I need from my pantry. Okay, I want us to go through our ingredient list, which is gonna be full of fresh ingredients, lots of it actually. So we're gonna start things off with some cilantro, which is some dania. We have some ginger. We have 6 cloves of garlic. We also have our peppers right here, which is red, green, and yellow. So if you only have either or of the colors, you can mix and match with whatever you have. We are also going to be using some red onion as well. We have some lemons, 2 lemons. Now, I've noticed something. I feel like these lemons are much more flavorful than these, like green ones. So I'm just gonna use both so that you guys can see that I'm not trying to discriminate about using both, okay? So if you only have green at home, go ahead and just use green. If you only have yellow, go ahead and use yellow. And lastly, we're gonna be using a scotch bonnet pepper. We are going to be taking out the seeds and the membrane out of these peppers because they are lethal. We don't want it spicy, we just want it to have that kick and summery flavor. And lastly, of course, we have some salt. We're gonna be adding in some black pepper, and we also have some olive oil as well. We have right here about a 1/4 kg of beef, which I already got cubed from Santos. So there's that. Anyway, we're gonna be doing this with a blender. If you don't have a blender, just use yourself a Canon, a pestle. You can just pound everything together to make that paste that you would need. Mine actually broke. I've been looking to replace it. Sent a DM to these guys. They just have not responded. I don't understand why. Anyway, so we're gonna cut this in half, roughly chopped. We're gonna throw that in there. We're also going to do the same for this ginger. We're just gonna roughly chop it. So like I said, for this, we're definitely gonna be taking out the membrane and the seeds because those are usually the spiciest parts. Actually, I just love the summery flavor that this scotch bonnet pepper color especially adds on. You can use a habanero if you want as well, or if you just can't handle any heat at all, I highly suggest you can just skip on this. It's not like it will really alter the flavor, but you're just better off being on the safe side. Because I know some people have kids, some people don't have the high tolerance that I do, like. So rough chop to those as well. And then we're gonna be taking our olive oil and adding some in here. We're gonna be adding in some olive oil into here. About 1 tablespoon. Gonna add in our salt as well. Generous pinch, and then some black pepper. So we're gonna take our lemon. I've rolled it in order to be able to extract more juice out of it actually. I'm gonna cut that into half. Just gonna squeeze this in here. So you know how a lemon transitions from hard to soft? When you roll it, that's what happens. Literally, you'll feel the juices becoming juicier and ready to extract. And if it's possible, go with like bigger lemons because they'll have more juice as opposed to these small ones. because that's what I had on hand. I try to cook with things that I have already in my pantry. So if I didn't score on big lemons, I'm just gonna stick to little ones and life will keep on moving. Okay, so now that everything is in our blending cup, everything is pretty much smooth, you can tell. So we're gonna take this and we are just going to dump it in here, out here. I'm going to use a spoon because we don't want none of that juicy stuff left out. And I'm also gonna taste this to adjust. Oh my God, it's so good. Has just the right amount of kick. Okay, so tip, don't rinse this out just yet. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. We're gonna take our meat and we're gonna dump it in here. Toss everything. Now, any person would think, oh my God, this is probably spicy because it's green. No. All the cilantro leaves. So now that we have this ready, we are going to take our veggies and dump those in here too. Now I'm gonna show you how to make those veggies real quick. We're just gonna cut these into like little chunks, or rather like an inch. One thing that you need to do is take out the membrane, this membrane. Always take it out, and then take out the seeds as well. So you're just gonna cut it into, chunks. I took one red onion, which was full, cut it into 4, which is little chunks like these left. So you'll just take off the skin. Of course, the outside skin, the outer skin. That, place it aside, and then you'll just take apart the onion just like that. Now, before I get my hands dirty, I've just taken out my shish kebab sticks right here. I think we're gonna be able to churn out like 8 good Mshkakis or beef skewers. And then we're gonna get our hands really dirty. They're clean, so just gonna mix this up. It's time to assemble. You can start with meat or you can start with the veggie at the bottom, whichever way. I just stack them. Whatever comes into my hand first, I will stack. We have our skewers here and we're ready to grill them. I'm just gonna sprinkle just a little bit of salt on top of these because we didn't have any salt go on top of them, on the meat especially. And then we're gonna add in some oil into our pan right here. Now I'd already turned on the heat so it was really high because we wanna get grill marks. So this is about 2 tablespoons. Just gonna swirl this around. So we're just gonna go ahead and place in So we're gonna take our lemon, gonna dip it into this mix right here, and then we're just gonna dab onto our meat. I'm I'm turning the meat around every 1 to 2 minutes, like just to check if they're brown and then turn, brown and then turn, because that's the only way it will evenly cook all over. Alternatively, I could just cover this, but I really want the grill marks and I want that charred look on them, so I'm not gonna close it just yet. So I'm just adding in some water in here so that the water can help create moisture to help the meat cook on the inside, because we've already given it the grill marks on the outside. And then I'm gonna leave the meat on medium high so that the water can help it cook on the inside. It's been about 20 to 21, 22 minutes. And that was all because I regulated the heat. I made sure to add in some water to give the meat some moisture. And now everything is laid out and ready to eat. Now, a couple of things that I need you to note if you're gonna cook this, and you really do not like spice, skip completely on the Scotch bonnet pepper, okay? And the Destiny grill pan is something that I've had for years. I've cooked with it on the channel for so many recipes. You can of course get to check out older recipes that I've cooked this with, lamb chops, I've done that, pancakes as well. So it's something that's been in my household for a while. If you do not have a Destiny grill pan, you can use a regular pan, or you can use your oven as well. If you have a grill, outside grill going, you can do that as well. You just need to, of course, check on your meat, check on your heat, make sure you cover them with foil. You're gonna need to give them some tender love and care. Now, I think I've covered everything. The best part is I get to eat this and you don't. I'm kidding. You get to eat it as well too. The recipe is super simple to follow, and I'm looking forward to a lot more tags from you guys because I have been getting tagged on the mbuzi, on the chicken, on the palau. I am looking forward to tags of this meal. So here, taste test. Let's give it a taste test. So tender. My God, I have never eaten one Mshkaki in one sitting when my camera is rolling. I want to love and leave you guys, but remember, salt this to your liking. I always undersalt so that people can, add the salt if they need to. And also, if you marinate this overnight, trust you me, the next day your meat will be so tender, it will even take less cooking time. That's all for this episode. I am salivating because this meat is so good. I can't wait to eat more of it. I need to take a great picture for you guys. But until the next episode, love.